Good evening and welcome to tonight's graduation ceremony. We have all come together in District 6 to celebrate the commencement of the class of 2026. My name is Jorge Gonzalez and I am honored and humbled to serve our community as the principal of D6 Online Academy. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de esta noche. Nos hemos reunido todos en el Distrito 6 para celebrar el comienzo de la graduación de la clase de 2026. Mi nombre es Jorge González y me siento honrado de servir a nuestra comunidad como el director de la Academia en Línea del Distrito 6. En este momento les pedimos amablemente que se pongan de pie y se quiten todos los sombreros y gorras mientras nuestra maestra de arte del lenguaje en inglés de preparatoria, Jordan Smith, canta nuestro himno nacional. At this time, we kindly ask that you rise and remove all hats as our high school ELA teacher, Jordan Smith, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Everyone, please be seated. Gracias, señora Smith. Por favor, todos tomen asiento. Before we get started, I would like to make a few introductions. We have a few distinguished guests seated at the stage tonight. Please stand when I mention your name. D6 Board of Education Directors, Board Vice President, Kyle Bentley. Director, Dr. Brenda Campos Spitzy. Director, Weston Edmonds. Director, Dina Lemos Garcia. Director, Robin Raggi. We would also like to welcome our incredible district leaders. Superintendent, Dr. Deirdre Pilch. Assistant Superintendent of Secondary and K-8 Leadership, Anthony Osmus. Let's give these remarkable individuals another warm round of applause for their dedication and commitment to our school and community. As we gather to celebrate the class of 2026, I wish to extend my sincere appreciation to all who have played a vital role in supporting our graduates on their journey. To the parents, families, and friends whose encouragement has been a source of strength, to the dedicated educators and staff whose commitment and care have fostered a nurturing learning environment, and to our leadership team whose efforts have ensured the continued success of D6 Online Academy, I extend my deepest gratitude. I would also like to take a moment to thank everyone at Northridge High School for generously providing the space for tonight's ceremony. I also want to recognize our district communications team for their excellent work in helping us celebrate this milestone. Additionally, thank you to our facilities department for ensuring everything was set up with great care and that we had equipment needed for tonight's celebration. A special thank you as well to our safety and security team for helping ensure that tonight's event is safe and welcoming for everyone in attendance. We truly appreciate all of your contributions and want to make this evening special. Let's give all of them a round of applause. On a deeply personal note, I want to thank my wife, Edie. This year has been both challenging and rewarding as we grew our family and welcome our baby daughter. Through it all, you have shown me what perseverance looks like, even in the most difficult moments, and what it truly means to love unconditionally. I am deeply grateful for everything you do for Betito, Julie, and myself. Thank you. Speaking of perseverance, this year's class motto resonated with me, both personally and professionally. We never gave up, we kept pushing forward, and we found our strength in every challenge. Navigators, this year has been a powerful reminder of what is possible when you commit to growth. I've had the privilege of watching many of you rise to challenges, find your voice, and take meaningful steps towards your future. Growth is not always easy. It takes courage to try when you're unsure, discipline to keep going when it gets difficult, and a belief in yourself when the outcome isn't guaranteed. This year, you demonstrated all of that. You showed resilience, determination, and most importantly, that you are capable of more than you sometimes give yourself credit for. At D6 Online Academy, learning goes beyond assignments and grades. It's about ownership, thinking deeply and critically, learning from mistakes, and continuing to move forward with purpose. The work you have done this year has built a foundation that will carry you into whatever comes next, and I know you will rise to the challenge. Graduates, please stand and stay standing to be recognized if you plan to serve in one of the U.S. military branches. Will attend a 2- or 4-year college or university. Earn an industry certification or enter a trade school. Join the workforce or have already begun a career. And finally, those planning to take a little extra time to explore further options and interests after graduations, please stand. Let's take a moment to recognize this incredible range of next steps by giving them yet one more round of applause. Graduates, you may be seated. All right, my friends, I think I spoke enough for right now. As you move forward, remember this: your path is yours to create. Keep asking questions, challenging yourself, and pushing beyond what feels comfortable. Growth often lives in difficult moments. Lean into them. And remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Now please, join me in welcoming our assistant principal, Mrs. Cassie Gonzalez, to the podium to announce the students who have earned academic honors.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez, and welcome everyone. Good evening, Navigator graduates and families. Before I have the privilege of recognizing those students who will be graduating with academic honors tonight, I would like to take a moment to address the whole class of 2026. Graduates, today is more than the closing of a chapter. It is the beginning of the life you are stepping into with courage, purpose, and possibility. As you sit here in caps and gowns, surrounded by family, friends, teachers, and classmates, I want you to remember something important. Remember not to shrink and know that the world needs you to shine. As I was scrolling one night, I passed a reel from the movie Coach Carter that inspired me and made me think of the class of 2026. In the reel, one of the young ball players noted, "We are all meant to shine as children do, and everyone can." There is a powerful idea that says our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are more powerful beyond measure. Sometimes we hide our gifts because we are afraid of failing, afraid of standing out, or afraid of what others might expect from us if we truly step into our potential. But think about children for a moment. Children do not apologize for their joy. They laugh loudly, dream freely, and believe completely in what is possible. They shine naturally because they have not yet learned to dim their light for the comfort of others. And somewhere along the way, many of us begin to believe that playing small makes others feel more comfortable. But it doesn't. Hiding your gifts serves no one. The world is changed by people who are willing to bring their whole selves forward. Their intelligence, compassion, creativity, determination, and heart. As you leave D6 Online Academy and high school behind and move into the next chapter of your lives, remember this. When you allow your own light to shine, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage inspires courage. Your kindness inspires kindness. Your perseverance reminds someone else not to quit. Every time you choose to walk confidently in who you are meant to be, you create space for others to rise too. This next chapter will not always be easy. There will be moments of uncertainty, disappointment, and fear. But do not mistake fear for a stop sign. Fear often appears when something meaningful is ahead. Let it remind you that you are growing, stretching, and becoming. Carry forward the lessons you learned here, the friendships, the failures that taught resilience, the victories that taught confidence, and the people who believed in you even when you doubted yourself. These moments have prepared you not just to succeed, but to continue shining wherever life leads you. So graduates, do not dim your light to fit into smaller spaces. Walk boldly into larger ones. Dream bigger dreams. Love deeply. Lead with integrity. Use your gifts to lift others. And never forget the light within you was never meant to stay hidden. As you reflect on your accomplishments tonight, may you go forward knowing that your presence matters, your voice matters, and your future is filled with possibility. Shine brightly, not only for yourselves, but for everyone whose path will become brighter because you had the courage to be fully who you are. Class of 2026, your next chapter is waiting, and I cannot wait to see how you will light up the world. And finally, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my own family as well. Thank you for giving me the space to serve our community and for being my constant support as I continue to grow as a leader. The past 3 years as the assistant principal have been memorable, meaningful, and transformative. I attribute my growth to our amazing students we serve, teachers I get to partner with every day, and encouragement from our district's leadership team. And now, for our academic honors. Students at D6 Online Academy who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or higher during their high school career are recognized as honors graduates, and they wear a medal with a gold lanyard. Would our honor graduates please stand as your name is read and remain standing? Yanis Figueroa. Jose Hernandez. Jose Aidan Lara. Ricky Murado. Delaney Ortiz Chaires. Alexa Sierra Morales. Thank you so much for working hard, and let's give a round of applause for the whole class of 2026. You may be seated. All right, students graduating cum laude or with honors have completed their high school career with a 3.5 to 3.79 cumulative GPA. These graduates are wearing a royal blue cord tonight. Please join me in congratulating our students on graduating cum laude, and if you will hold your applause till they're all standing. Jose Aidan Lara. Alexa Sierra Morales. Give these distinguished navigators graduating cum laude a round of applause. Please be seated. At this time, please join me in welcoming our first student speaker. This student truly represents what it means to be a navigator. She consistently pushes herself to grow, holding herself to a high standard and always striving to achieve more. Her strong work ethic, high engagement, and commitment to excellence have made her an outstanding student throughout her time with us. Beyond the classroom, she has been an active and dedicated member of our community. Through her involvement in student council, she has helped plan and support school events, demonstrating leadership, initiative, and genuine commitment to others. She is someone who shows up not only for herself, but for her peers and her school. Her curiosity and drive to learn set her apart. From attending a climate change summit at Colorado State University to challenging herself with college-level AIMS courses, she has consistently sought opportunities to grow and expand her knowledge. Her academic success, including a strong GPA and acceptance to multiple four-year colleges, reflects both her determination and discipline. What makes her special, deserving of this recognition, is not just her accomplishments, but who she is as a person. She is kind, respectful, and supportive of those around her. She leads by example, balances responsibility at home and school, and approaches every challenge with perseverance and purpose. Please join me in welcoming Alexa Sierra Morales.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and obviously the most important people in the auditorium tonight, the graduating class of 2026. My name is Alexa Sierra Morales, and it is an absolute honor to stand before you to deliver this speech. First, I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates. I am proud of each and every one of us here today. We are finally done with the stress that comes with learning, the anxiousness of tests, and the uncertainty of what comes after. We can now find out. As I was writing this speech, I said to myself I would give you all advice, but that's kind of ironic. Who am I to tell you all what to do? We've followed our own journey to this very moment, and I hope that when you stare into your future, you realize that you are the captain, so don't be afraid to chart your own course. As Monkey D. Luffy once said, if you don't take risks, you can't create a future. The challenges we've overcome and the mistakes we've made have taught us resilience, collaboration, and perseverance. These lessons we will carry with us as we step into the next chapter of our lives. So embrace the unknown with courage, learn from your mistakes, and step into the world knowing that you are in charge. Now, I would like to give a few thank yous to some very important people that played crucial roles in my being here today. First, my parents. Ama, Apa, gracias por todos los sacrificios y consejos que me han dado. Les agradezco por la forma en que me criaron y educaron, porque ustedes siempre serán mi raíz. To my siblings, my sisters for teaching me the importance of friendship, my brother for teaching me that I don't need a fancy degree to follow my dreams, my friends Patricia and Jackie for always being there for me, and my cousin Lisette for teaching me that it is okay to smile even when things are hard. And of course, to all my teachers, even if I did not have your class, thank you. I have never understood why some people are lucky enough to receive the education that I have, and why across the world there are girls and boys just like me with the same abilities, only they suffer from injustice and inequality. I don't know why I had the privilege of education and they do not, so I dedicate this achievement to them. As we leave here tonight, let us remember that our education is more than a diploma. It is an opportunity to create change, to uplift others, and become the kind of people who make the world a little fairer, a little more compassionate, and a little more hopeful. Class of 2026, we may not all follow the same path, but every one of us has the power to leave a mark. So dream boldly, lead with kindness, and never forget where you came from. Congratulations, class of 2026. Our story is just beginning. Stay gold.
Thank you, Alexa, for your thoughtful and meaningful message. Your words captured the strength, perseverance, and hope that define the class of 2026. We appreciate the way you encouraged your classmates to embrace their future with courage, kindness, and purpose. Thank you for representing your class so well. Let's give Alexa another round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce our second student speaker. This student is a leader, a scholar, and someone who truly represents the heart of the class of 2026. Through her involvement in the Council of Student Representatives representing D6 Online Academy, she has consistently shown a commitment to serving others and strengthening her community. She has challenged herself academically as a concurrent enrollment student with both Ames Community College and the University of Northern Colorado, while staying grounded in what matters most: family, faith, and purpose. She is passionate about English and driven by a desire to continue her education and make a meaningful difference in the lives of children. Along her journey, she has built strong relationships with those who have supported her growth, especially her mentor, Miss Elizabeth Emmett. Her story is one of resilience, compassion, and determination. Someone who didn't just make it to this moment, but grew through it. Please join me in welcoming Natalie Ann Perez.
Good afternoon to our amazing staff, our biggest supporters, and last but not least, the class of 2026. Congratulations. We survived Zoom, Edgenuity, and waking up before 8 a.m. for years. For some of us, others rolled over at 8 a.m. I am truly honored to stand before you today as we begin the next chapter of our futures together. My name is Natalie Ann Perez. I am a concurrent enrollment student at Ames Community College and the University of Northern Colorado. And I have had the honor of serving as a student council representative for District 6. Standing here today feels surreal because I know how much work, growth, and strength it took for all of us to get to this moment. Ever since I was a little girl playing dress up and pretending I was Dora the Explorer, I've always had big dreams. But I didn't think I ever imagined how much this journey would shape me. 4,299 days ago, we walked into kindergarten for the very first time. We were 5 years old, full of energy, curiosity, and innocence. And we were asked the big question: who do you want to be when you grow up? And honestly, that question wasn't really made for a 5-year-old. I probably would have said Dora the Explorer, but looking back now, maybe that wasn't such a simple answer after all. Dora is curious, brave, always willing to explore the unknown and keep going no matter what. And when I think about it, I see the same spirit in every single one of us sitting here today. Because we did just go through high school. We explored it. We survived it. We grew through it. In our own ways, every single one of us became a navigator. A navigator is someone who plans, directs, and charts the course of a journey. Navigators are skilled at guiding through complex paths using tools to stay on track. We are navigators. We all began on a journey into high school in our own ways, but we all led here. Being a navigator to me is truly being able to not only follow the path of your future, but also to continue our path on our academic career to set us further in life. We didn't all start on the same journey, but somehow, through every challenge, every late night, every early morning, every failure, every win, we all found our way here. And sitting here today, I realize it isn't just the end of something, it's proof that we made it through something. But my story isn't just mine, it's built on love, resilience, and the people who carried me when I couldn't carry myself. Mom and Dad, thank you for raising me into the person I am today. You didn't just give me a home, you gave me strength, safety, and unconditional love. You saw me in every version of myself, even the ones I struggled to see. I never was able to fully express how grateful I am for you, but you are my foundation and my heart and my forever home. Mommy, thank you for teaching me how to be strong. Thank you for helping me build. Thank you for helping me build thick skin and for reminding me that I don't have to listen to every voice around me, only the ones that love and uplifted me. Because of you, I learned how to stand back up when life tried to knock me down. Diego Perez, thank you for believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself. From my high school sweetheart to my husband, you have been my steady place in the world that often felt uncertain. You have been my support, my peace, and one of the biggest reasons I'm standing here today. Mr. G, thank you for truly seeing me, not just for a student I was, but the person I could become. You pushed me, challenged me, and helped me believe that I could finish what I started, even when I doubted myself. Mrs. Gonzalez, thank you for your patience, your guidance, and your constant encouragement. You helped me stay on track when I felt lost and reminded me that success is something I am capable of reaching. Ms. Emmett, I truly believe you are one of the most important people in my life. You didn't just help me with speech or schoolwork, you helped me believe in myself. You reminded me that I am smart, I'm capable, and deserve everything good that comes my way. One day, I hope to carry your kindness, patience, and heart into my own classroom and do for others what you have done to me. But even with all this, my story is not the only one here, because every single person in this room has one. Every one of us has cried, struggled, doubted, and wondered if we were enough. Every one of us has had a moment where we didn't know what was coming next, and yet we are here. Not because it was easy by any means, because we kept going little by little. We grew up. We changed, we made mistakes, we learned, we laughed, and we carried ourselves through moments we felt our lives were over. And that's what makes this so emotional. We didn't just survive high school, we lived through it and fought the good fight of academia. As navigators, our journey doesn't end here. In fact, this is just the beginning of the world that is still waiting for us. The path ahead won't always be clear, there will be still waiting for us. The path ahead won't always be clear. There will still be a moment of doubt. But we have learned anything, it's that we know how to find our ways. Even when the map isn't perfect or a path that isn't clear for us. And maybe the little girl who once wanted to be Dora the Explorer wasn't wrong after all. Because we are all explorers. We are all navigators, and we all are still becoming who we are meant to be. Because in the end, it's not about having the perfect map. It's about having the courage to keep going. So class of 2026, as we move forward, let's hold on to this moment. Let's hold on to what truly matters to be a navigator. Because no matter where life takes us, we will always carry the strength, the love, and the journey that brought us here. For these final moments of high school to the beginning of our journey in the world, I welcome you to the voyage of life we are about to embark on. We're not just graduates, we are navigators. And honestly, we're still learning how to navigate life. From finding our keys, to remembering our chargers, to figuring out where we're headed next. But maybe that's the point, because being a navigator was never about having all the answers. It was about having the courage to keep moving forwards, and if we made it this far, just imagine how far we could go next. Class of 2026, this isn't the end of our map, it's the moment we learned how to draw our own. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie, for the reminder that it's not about having the perfect map, but about having the courage to keep going, which is something we will all carry with us. You challenge us to embrace the journey, to grow through the uncertainty, to learn from every step, and to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. Your words capture what it truly means to be a navigator, and they will stay with the class of 2026 long after. I will now introduce our first faculty speaker to address the class of 2026. We are fortunate to have a science teacher who has not only spent many years in the classroom, but has also worked as a scientist in the field. She brings real-world experience into her teaching, helping students connect with science through meaningful, everyday applications. She consistently makes herself available to support students through creative assignments and has dedicated the past 4 years to providing after-school tutoring to help students succeed. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Shawn Walter.
I don't know about following Natalie. That's going to be a tough act. I'm sorry. Welcome, family, friends, faculty, and graduates. Graduates, today is your day. In a few short minutes, you'll be high school graduates. You'll have crossed that line from student to adult. From here forward, your path may go in many directions. You may be the person who rings up groceries, or flies a plane, or fights a wildfire. You may become a parent, a mentor, or a leader for the next generation. No matter what you do, you will make your mark on this world. You may doubt these words. You're probably sitting there right now thinking, I'm only one person. How can one person make a difference? Do not doubt your power. History has shown us time and again that one person is where any movement begins. One person creates the spark that becomes the fire. Malala Yousafzai was once just a student who believed something simple and powerful, that every child deserves an education. She spoke up even when it was dangerous, even when the world wasn't ready to listen. Because of her courage, millions of people began to pay attention. Laws, policies, and conversations shifted. If she had not had the courage to speak up, the world may be a different place today than it was without her voice. She changed the world. Greta Thunberg started even smaller. At 15 years old, she stood alone outside the Swedish parliament with a handmade sign about climate change. One person, one sign, one choice to act. That small step grew into a global movement. Today, millions protest on Fridays for the Future. Her one small step, her voice, has led to a change in the climate discourse globally. Now you're thinking, these people were special. They're different from me. They are extraordinary in ways that I am not. They were once in a generation. You're just living your life, not making any change. But you could not be more wrong. The truth is that change doesn't start with global movements. Mostly it starts with small acts. It begins when you speak up for someone who cannot, when you choose kindness instead of silence, when you stand alongside someone who feels that they are alone. I would say these small acts matter more than anything. When you speak up for someone, you have given a gift that reverberates. You have helped someone in that moment. You have shown them that they are not alone. You have given them strength. You have touched that person, empowered them, shown them that someone cares. Next time, they may have the strength to speak up for themselves. Maybe they will even speak up for someone else. And your simple act has grown large in ways you may never know, may never see, but that does not mean it is insignificant. On the contrary, it is everything. You have also shown everyone who witnessed the act that there is compassion and courage in the world. They carry your lesson forward as well and may even speak up for someone else. This is how change really works. Not in big, amazing feats, but in small gestures that build community and connection, that show others compassion and allow their humanity, as well as your own, to take center stage. I have seen that in each of you here. You have that power within you. You can speak up, make compassionate choices, take those small steps. Those steps can lead to monumental change in yourself and those around you. The world that you enter today as an adult, as a high school graduate, doesn't need just big ideas. It needs us all. We must all speak our truth, stand up for others, do what is right even when it is difficult. You may not always see the impact of what you have done, but make no mistake, you are always making an impact. Congratulations, graduate. The world is yours. Go out there and make your mark.
Thank you, Ms. Walter, for sharing such a powerful and meaningful message with the class of 2026, reminding our graduates that real change often begins with those small acts of courage, compassion, and using their voice. You helped them see that making a difference is within reach for each of them, not just through big moments, but through everyday choices to stand up for others and do what is right. Your words challenge them to recognize their own power and inspire them to step into the world with purpose, knowing that even the smallest actions can create a lasting impact. Now, it is my honor to introduce another stellar member of our team. This educator has created a space where every student feels safe, seen, supported, and challenged to grow. Through her leadership of our student council, she has empowered students to find their voice and take an active role in building community. She meets students where they are, consistently finding creative ways to engage and connect with each learner. Her passion for literacy is evident in the way she cultivates a love for reading, while ensuring that every student feels included and participates meaningfully in her class. Please help me welcome Ms. Jordan Smith.
Hi again. All right. Class of 2026, what a journey you have endured. Not just in education, but in who you have become along the way. You are not the same people who first joined our classrooms. You are stronger, more capable, and more aware of yourselves and the world around you. You are officially entering the next stage of that journey. And while some of you may feel like you've already crossed that threshold, today is different. Today is proof. Proof that you committed to something and saw it through. That is what being a graduate means. That is what this diploma represents. It represents those late nights when quitting would have been easier. Those moments you felt overwhelmed, distracted, or unsure, but you didn't give up. You didn't quit halfway. It represents resilience. It represents effort. You have finished what you started. And that matters so much more than you may realize right now. As you move forward, many new opportunities will appear before you. Some will come easily. Others will require you to fight with everything you've got. But no matter what path you take, remember this: few things in life are going to be handed to you without effort. The people who succeed are not always the smartest, luckiest, or most talented. They are the ones willing to do the work and see it through to the end. You will stumble. You will make mistakes. You may even find yourself completely lost at times, and that's okay. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It's just a part of it. What matters is that you get up and try again. No matter what, do not leave your story, your journey, unfinished. Because if today proves anything, it's this: you are capable of finishing hard things. You are capable of growth. And you are capable of more than you think. So wherever life takes you next, whether it's college, a career, the military, or a path you're still figuring out, go forward with confidence. Take chances. Work hard. Be willing to fail, but never be willing to give up. And remember this moment. Remember what it feels like to finish something that probably felt impossible or exhausting at some point along the way. Class of 2026, you did this, and I cannot wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, Ms. Smith, for such a powerful and heartfelt message to the class of 2026. Your words reminded our graduates that this moment is more than a milestone. It's proof of their resilience, effort, and ability to finish what they start, even when the journey feels so overwhelming. We've all been there. You challenge them to embrace hard work, to see failure as part of growth, and move forward with confidence in who they have become. Your message will stay with them as they take their next steps, grounded in the belief that they are capable of more than they realize, and ready to meet whatever comes next. All right, everybody, I think we're at the point where you all came for. Director Lemos Garcia and esteemed members of the Board of Education, thank you for the countless hours of dedicated service to our school district. We are grateful to have you with us this evening. Director Lemos Garcia, I now kindly invite you to step forward as I present to you the D6 Online Academy graduating class of 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. What a great honor it is to stand before you, the class of 2026 of District 6 Online Academy. Wow, and sharing with you the heartfelt greetings from District 6 Board of Education. We're excited to join you, your family and friends, and the faculty and staff in proudly recognizing your accomplishments. It is my pleasure, as a member of the Greeley-Evans School District Board of Education, to certify that each of you has met all of the graduation requirements of District 6 Online Academy as recommended and certified by faculty and staff. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Education, you are now authorized to receive your individual diploma. Congratulations to each of you.
Thank you, Director Lemos Garcia. At this time, we will invite our graduates to come forward one row at a time to receive their diplomas. Row 1, please stand and proceed to the stage.
En este momento, nuestros graduados se están aproximando al escenario para recibir sus diplomas de preparatoria.
Graduates, as you walk across the stage, take it all in. This is your moment. Stand tall, shine bright, and be proud of every challenge you've overcome and every step that brought you here. You've earned this celebration. Let's get started. Andrea Aldana Moscada. Carlos Daniel Archuleta. Skylar Michael Barola. Second row, please proceed to the stage. Adriana Francine Chavez. Cora K. Eagleton. Ethan Maurice Escobar. Yanis Figueroa. Jaden Lee Gaunt. Mackenzie George Bryan. Jose Antonio Hernandez. Angel Jaramillo. Cum laude, Jose Aidan Lara. Cody Allen Lewandowski. Mariah Rain Mendoza. Roman John Mesta. Ian Alexander Meyer. Ricky Murado. Third row, please proceed to the stage. Seth Daniel Nicely. Delaney Ortiz Chaires. Jalen Geneva Padilla. Natalie Ann Perez. Nubia Reyes Ramirez. Mark Ramos Alvarado. Emily Renteria. Jolena Lynn Sines. Emma Jean Shreves. Cum laude, Alexa Jaylin Sierra Morales. Isabella Justice Stewart. Kenya Terrazas. Eduardo Villafuerte Silva. Vera Melody Webb.
All right, everybody. Against all odds and a few internet outages, I mean, we've all been there, right? They made it. Our graduates have officially crossed the stage. Could we please have one more round of applause for all of our graduates? But we are not quite done yet. Graduates, please stand. Alexa Sierra Morales, who was selected as our 2026 Spirit of the Navigator, please come to the podium and lead your class in signifying the beginning of a new chapter in your lives as official high school graduates and D6 Online Academy Navigator alumni.
Classmates, on the count of 3, please move your tassel from the right of your cap to the left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are officially Class of 2026, we are officially Navigator alumni.
Staff, special guests, families, and friends, please join us. Please join your graduates and our learning community in the foyer following the ceremony. We kindly ask that you remain seated until all graduates have exited the auditorium. Thank you again for being a part of this event and joining us this evening and playing such an important role on this memorable occasion.
We wish you well. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and may you have a wonderful evening.